Hey, Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 7 as Simon Bolivar, leading Carthage. And today we're going to be executing the second phase of our plan. Now, in the first episode, we executed phase 1 of our plan. We got our hands on the Gate of All Nations, gives us an extra 2 war support on all of our wars, and the Mausoleum of Theodoric, which gives us 100% yields and HP from pillaging. Now, let's talk about executing the second phase of our plan. Okay, part 1 has to do with the age progress screen. We want to get at least one more wonder constructed. If we can get one more wonder, that's perfect. That's all we need. That will set us up with 2 extra legacy points rather than just 1. And this can be used for cultural attribute points, right? We'll be able to get 10% towards wonders and the 10% culture in cities with at least wonder, which will give us a nice kickstart to the next age. Alternatively, we could actually use this in the diplomatic area here and go down the right side or the left side if we wanted to go more of a happiness direction, since we are going to go to war. This could actually work pretty well for us, this extra happiness. When it comes to the economic side of things, we are going to want to go all the way to the top. So we are pivoting now towards merchants. We're researching Code of Laws, and we're going to be going mass trading with the AI, if we can pull it off. On the military side of things, we are going to want to get to all the way to 12 settlements so that we can trigger a full militaristic golden age that we will be using towards buying alongside our wildcard point. I believe you get a wildcard point during the age transition. We will want to buy all the way up to this +1 settlement limit here on the military side of things, or indeed to this gold maintenance and production boost. But it will kind of make that decision based on the situation in the next age. And we're going to want to go down either the left side of the expansionist tree for better city growth, or the right side so that we can get massive town growth bonuses. Not entirely sure which one we want to go down, but basically we want to hit this point so that we can use our wildcard point to buy 2 of each of these leader attribute points. And then we also would really like to get 2 scientific attribute points if we can. I will make do with 1, but if we can get 2, we'll be able to activate the +1 science per age on city halls and the extra production towards buildings, which really helps out, especially if we can get that golden happiness towards maintaining buildings. On the economic side of things, we want to get just 1 point in here, and then we want to use all of those trade routes that we sent to kickstart our gold income in the next age. So now how we're going to begin executing this is we're looking to build pretty much any wonder we can get our hands on. And in our capital here, most importantly, we are looking to increase the sim of our capital city. What do I mean by sim? It means the stats. So if we built a library right here, that would be +6 science, which is a pretty significant boost to our science income. So I'm going to go ahead and grab ourselves a library. This is a +5 right here. This is a +6. That could be a little bit better. This is a +4 adjacency tile, +2 from the... I really wish that they would separate out the base yields and the yields from the specialists. That would be really nice, in my opinion, but we're going to go for that right there. Yes, it's not an ideal location for certain other things, but we want to get as much science as we can per turn. And now that we're not building wonders in my capital city, I'm going to be spreading out my food resources to my towns so that I can grow them slightly faster. And then I'm going to be moving these into my capital because I want to trigger that first economic milestone so we can boost the age progress and start pushing along our agenda. There is a city-state over here that I'm kind of curious about meeting. There's also one up here to the north, so I'm wondering if I can get over there to kind of get a glance at it. We have 220 gold in the bank, which means we are going to purchase ourselves a slinger in Thenay and in Hippo, just so that we feel a little bit better protected. There's still quite a few enemy units roaming around the fog of war, ready to cause us issues. We'll do a little scout in here. Good information has been gleaned. So there's Code of Laws, +2 influence per turn from oratory. That we don't necessarily care about that, but we will take a look here. We're not planning on fighting any more independent powers now, so the +2 influence per turn actually starts to look pretty attractive, especially now that we can do improved trade relations with people. We have a trader. The first thing that we are going to want to do is look to see if we can get gold from trade routes, for example, by trading with Parsa. This will give him 6 gold per turn, give me access to all of these juicy resources. So we are going to send that merchant to Parsa with that new button that they've implemented. That automatically sends your unit to the closest tile of the city. It's a fantastic button. And we would like to spend our time basically pumping out merchants right now, right? Like the altar would be fantastic, and we do want 3 of them. We would also love to get the +6 happiness altar. We could place that in the capital, and that's honestly not a bad place for it, so we're going to park it right there. And so now that we have Code of Laws, we have to ask ourselves, do we want to go down for citizenship, or do we want to try to go straight for entertainment and try to scoop up the Colosseum, which would be really quite powerful. If we could get it, it would be really, 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 really good. Or do we finally get our unique buildings and infrastructure? And I think I'm going to go for my unique buildings and infrastructure. We'll go for the Colosseum after that. If it's still available, it's available. If it's not, it's not. I think going for the Colosseum now would be a bit of a fool's errand, and I don't think that I would have a very good chance of getting it. And so I'm going to make a higher percentage play, or in other words, do the thing that has a better chance of paying out. Right, fortify. You always want to have fortifications done on your towns. I'm going to open borders with her again. She blocked it. I'm going to open borders with you, who she accepted it, so I can get this warrior back to my territory. She might be a good target for me to go to war with. Utica, need to repair a tile. The city's also ready to get a specialization. It's taking 20 turns to grow, which is a significant percentage of the remaining time in the age. So I'm thinking I might move this into a mining town. However, we have discussed previously that actually the trading outpost is the best town because it eliminates the negative happiness from being over our settlement limit, which allows us to boost our yields, and it'll also allow us to build a continent-spanning trade network. The majority of my gold is going to be reserved for building up my towns. So let's build the saw pit here. I'll get us a nice production boost in that town. You can step back inside and then shoot there. I will talk to you, try to improve our trade relations. He will accept it. I had meant to actually improve open borders so that I can enter your territory. It's good to get this scouting information this age because it means I don't have to spend time scouting in the next age. Okay, perfect. We finished the altar in Carthage. And so now I think a good move would be for us to maybe build army commanders or go for merchants, but I think merchants are going to pay off a lot better. We have some buildings that we could build here, like these are all fantastic, but I think the thing that's really going to pay off for us is to go for merchants. So there's ship sheds. We can get the Bursa, +1 movement to naval units. We also have the Kothon. We're definitely going to want to build that in our capital city, especially because there's a +7 one right here, and that's going to be +7 for the rest of the game, acting as a fantastic spot to put down city specialists. And the Punic port will also increase the number of resources that can be assigned to this town, and while it does have some maintenance on it, which sucks, that's fine. Rus Gunier has grown. I am going to grow to the elephants here. I think that's a great tile. We have plenty of gold. I'm going to slap down a brickyard in this town, keep that gold flowing. We will eventually want the Quinquereme, because of the gold purchasing towards naval units and the gold maintenance on naval units reduction. However, we're going to go for the wisdom of the Tanit because we want to get our dockyard so that we can get our unique quarter up. And as much as I would love to befriend Moreau and Koaiji, I think I'm better off improving my trade relations. I think that's going to have better benefits in the long term, in particular into the next age, because every trade route that I can get in this age is going to provide me with +5 gold per turn. So you are in the city of, it should be Parsa. So I'm going to assume that the game did not lie to me. And now that we have a gold resource, it's much cheaper for us to purchase our buildings, which is incredible. So we have a quest. We can get Expansionist Attribute Point to have a settlement with 10 rural population. That's a big deal, but I think we can go for it. That's going to be difficult to pull off, but I would like to try it. Okay, in Sabratan, this city has grown and has a +5 food tile over here. I think that's going to be great. In fact, this is very much so a growth town. And so I'm tempted to buy an altar on this clay pit so I can switch which tile I'm working here to be more of a food tile. And then this could be the city that I grow to 10 population on. We've got a really nice 3 food tile right there, so we'll grab that. We'll try and grow this one up to the maximum to hit that quest. Allying with Xerxes is a great move here. Having long-term relationships will allow us to do a lot of really nice stuff. We got a militaristic attribute point. I think I'm going to spend it on the ignoring happiness when you conquer settlements. My ally is at war, which means the game wants me to declare war on Trung Track. I am not ready for war. I'm still in the process of building up my capabilities, so I don't necessarily want to go to war yet. It's kind of weird. I have open borders with Xerxes, but because our alliance was cancelled, I can't enter his territory anymore without declaring war on him. Just kind of a weird gameplay mechanic. Or weird bug. So we're looking for gold. So we're going to trade with Isabella. We're going to go to Miletos. We want that gold because the more gold we have, the easier it will be for us to boost our, we also want camels so we can put more resources into our capital. The easier it will be for us to boost our towns. And once our towns are fully built, then all of our gold can go towards other endeavors. Okay, zooming out here. in the city of Hippo. Let's keep on growing. We don't have the goal, or keep growing to production. Yeah, it's weird that we're running an open borders agreement, but I can't enter his territory anymore. All right, there's Wisdom of the Tanit. We have access to the dock. The Bursa has been built by another player. The Mundo Perdido has been built by another player. That's fine. Let's see. Plus 20% gold from mining towns, plus 2 settlement limit. The plus 2 settlement limit would be really nice because it would basically eliminate all of the happiness penalties that we are taking at the current time. And that would open up the option to expand further. All right, perfect. There's the wheel. We have access to the villa. We definitely want to build a villa. Diplomatic influence is one of the most powerful yields in the entire game. We also want to get our dockyard because we want the Punic port. The dockyard itself is actually quite valuable, giving us 3 food, 2 gold, and 1 culture and 1 science. So we'll go ahead and get that right there. But then we want to build the villa. Let's have we got a plus 5 happiness villa right there. I'm going to take that one. Plus it's plus 1 culture, plus 1 science. I would like to be trading right now, but I also need to be building my I need to be building buildings in my towns. And I want to make sure I'm getting good value for my buildings. Kothon is really expensive at the current time, so I'm prioritizing things like my brickyard, like just a plus 4 brickyard right there. So we'll just park it right here. Plus 2 saw pit, granary. I mean, the granary is nice for the culture, but it's not what we're looking to do. I could buy the granary in my capital, but I don't think I will. The saw pit in Utica is pretty decent. I'll park it right there. Let's see, science and science buildings. We have the wheel. We could gain a codex. We're not in a rush to get our codex. Let's go ahead and I'm going to grab sailing so that we can go to currency. Currency has some good buildings on it, namely the growth and the trade, or the resource building, which is quite useful. But we're basically burning our way through a couple of turns at a time. And we're coming up now to the crisis here. I would love to support this. It's a lot of growth in my empire, and so I will. And then the other thing I would like to do is I'd like to buy another merchant right now while they're still cheap and relatively affordable. I'm going to accept that one. We'll go to the next turn and we'll save up cash. Trader is in position in Miletos. Go ahead and initiate that trade route. That's going to save us another chunk of gold. There's the economic attribute point. That's going to get us plus 1 gold per age in all of our towns. That's amazing. So many resources. We care about the plus 2 settlement limit because now we don't have happiness penalties. We're up to 57 happiness rather than 13. We can gain a militaristic attribute point or an economic attribute. I think the economic attribute point plays a lot better for us here because the plus 2 gold per age for every active trade route is going to be incredibly useful for us. This is going to allow us to convert production, gold, and influence into a disgusting amount of gold. I'm going to go for the plus 1 specialist cap in Carthage. That should be an ageless building. It will be permanent as far as I'm aware. All right, we want to look for gold. We're out of range to trade with them. Send the merchant to Arna. We don't need the masteries of these civics just yet, so I'm going to rush towards Colosseum and see if we can sneak that in. I'm going to take the 20% culture boost for 10 turns. And while Sophites is awesome, it's not what we're looking to do right now. Instead, I'm going to take Charismatic Leader for the plus 2 culture per turn. I'm going to plug Incense and Cowlin into my capital city because it is the only city that can accept them. I've got more traders. I'm trying to think about which resource is really important for us to acquire. I would like more altars. My buildings are getting very cheap, which I'm a big fan of. Cheaper purchasing of buildings. Granaries just aren't worth that much. There's a saw pit over here. That's pretty good. We'll grab that. That's all we can afford right now. And now I'm going to start maybe purchasing my Kothons and my Punic ports. All right, so there's sailing. We have access to the fishing key, access to the galley, and the bursa. Now, somebody has already built some of these things, so we don't necessarily care about that wonder, but we do want this city to grow, and we want it to grow to a growth tile. So there's 3 food right there. That's perfect. It's 9 turns away. I'm trying to get the rural pop in here. I will ally myself with Isabella, but I will cancel that alliance if she's at war with anyone else. Let me have a look. How many codexes do I have, and how much room do I have? I have room for more codexes, so I do think that going for mastery of writing here could speed up my tech progression a little bit. Oh, she's at war. I'm gonna stay neutral. It's my thing, is being neutral. What drives a man to have a heart full of neutrality? Lust for power? So I'd like to build the fishing key here so we can get this fish a little bit easier. But we're gonna save our money. Can I afford to purchase another merchant? Yes, I can. Merchants are a big deal for me. I'll talk to Isabel. I'll improve trade relations. So we want to trade with Tosali because I believe Tosali has camels, and that will allow us to assign more resources to our capital. We swap out this resource, we plug in the camel, then we can put the furs in. Perfect. So we want to fill all those resource slots. I did see another gold resource from someone. There's gold in Phocaea. Now I'm wondering if she'll accept my improved trade relations. Perfect. So I'm going to send a trader to Phocaea. Athene has grown. And again, we want to really prioritize those production tiles over anything else. Production tiles and resources. So I'm going to grow to the fish. I'll pop in here. I'll build a fishing key, which will kick that pop out and land them, you guessed it, on the fish for +4 food per turn in here. And now the city should be ready to become a trade outpost. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 slots for resources. So you're going to become a trade outpost. You're going to stop growing. Perfect. And we're going to trade with Yasodharapura now so we can get even more gold. I will accept your endeavor. We'll put the fish in the capital. We've got 8 resources. We've unlocked the Ming. Beautiful. I still can't walk through your borders. Himiko, give me open borders, please. So I can bring my army commander home. We are building an absolutely insane trading empire right now. Trontrack made peace with Isabella. The garden isn't very good in my opinion. The step pyramid is fantastic, but the question is, would I rather build a step pyramid or merchants? And I think right now it's merchants. This is amazing. Like, it's so much science that is otherwise inaccessible. But I think the level of merchantry that I want to do is more important. I need to get those merchants out sooner rather than later. Okay, Isabella is doing an open market. Thank you very much, Isabella. My scout is here. I'll park you on this tile and put you on lookout so you can spot things. Now, there's public life and +1 science, +1 codex. Awesome. That's going to pump our science up a little bit. We have grown to these resources. I would like to grow to this one if we can. Diplomatic option, open borders, yes. Let's go to the settler map mode and have a think. So there's definitely a city in here, and we could definitely conquer this. So that would be +3, and then we would need to get 2 more cities somehow. Have a little think about it. I could sneak someone up to the north. Anyway, let's go for bronze working, and we can start thinking about conquering this. I'm going to settle a city right there, and probably down here. Like maybe right there. Yeah, right there feels good. So let me quickly pop into, probably the best place to do this is here. And I'll buy a colonist, and I should get 2, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'll ally with Xerxes. That's fine. And we're going to go for entertainment because we would like that. I don't want to declare war just yet, not while I'm still benefiting from the gold trade route. All right, 6. So colonist right there and a colonist right there. They're not ideal city locations, but they are what they are. We could get 4 science from here, which is kind of incredible. But the negative happiness really sucks. It's so good, though. 4 science is so damn good. +1 science on military buildings or +1 culture on military buildings. I'm going to go for the science on military buildings. Let's trade with Arna. Remember, we don't necessarily care too much about what the resource we get is. We care that we get resources. That is the big key thing that we care about. To 190 gold per turn. All right, let's come into Utica. Now, it's important to note that the dockyard gets adjacency for urban districts. So it has higher adjacency here, but the Kothon would scale better off of this. So it's a question of, do we care more about the production or do we care more about the gold? Now, personally, I care more about the production. So I'm going to buy the Kothon right there, repair that mine as well. We'll start building up Utica's Kothon. Okay, you are going to trade with Tarsus. You're on the way there. What was in Tarsus? Do I have a merchant on the way to Phocaea? I don't remember. Go to Phocaea, just in case I don't. All right, let's get more merchants. Phocaea is right here. Boom. That means our gold is going to go further. Put another one of these in here. There's milestone 2 on the economic side of things. Okay, so we're waiting for gold. Go ahead and get a move on. So we've had, I feel like we've had an incredible Age 1. We're on track for all of our goals. Yes, we're about to start settling over our limit, but doesn't matter. This one is settled next to a resource. That is something we need to consider for this city, actually. Shit. All right, this one's not going to get the benefit from settling next to a resource, which does suck, but it isn't the most important bonus. Plus, it's an inland city anyway. So let's grab you and grab you. Perfect. Let's go ahead and buy the dockyard on this Kothon. That will complete the district, so now we can assign more resources to Utica. I would like to buy the altar in here as well because it represents a lot of value. The fishing key and the granary, I could leave it because that would just export the food to the capital. But I would really like this altar. I'm going to park it at the capital tile. I don't see. Well, technically, it would be better over here because it would create a new urban tile that the dockyard or the Kothon would scale off, which is not so bad, actually. Yeah, perfect. So now this city, we've unlocked Bulgaria, by the way. This town is basically completed. So we just need to make sure it's connected to the capital so that it's feeding the capital, which is why we're building so many merchants, because not only do we have to trade, we have to connect our empire up. Okay, we're in Yasodharapura. Let's go ahead and trade with that. That's another gold resource, saving us even more. Let's shuffle. I have no more basic resources to shuffle around. Somebody has built the Pyramid of the Sun. Jebel Tubkal has exploded. It didn't damage any of the tiles in there. That's fine. Let's talk to Xerxes. We'll improve our trade relations with him. We'll talk to Himiko and improve our trade relations with her. Tsarbatan is ready to grow. I will take a +3 food tile right there. We're going to settle this city. Yeah, I know it's not a great city, but it does use up some land. And there is the second militaristic age point. All we have to do is kill a city and settle a city, and we have secured ourselves a militaristic golden age. I may settle down here. It's going to be tough to pick. Ooh, actually right up here we could get another gold. So let me tell you, I'm going to save up to buy a settler up here to grab that tile right here. That would get us another gold resource, which would be huge. So now Sabratan needs a specialization. This is going to be another trading outpost. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 resources that helps it overcome its negative happiness penalty, bringing it up to a happiness bonus. It'll also increase my trade range, meaning I can reach the entire world with my trade network, which is one of those things that has tremendous benefits. Okay, coming into Carthage, we finished another merchant. Let's grab yet more merchants. Now let's start thinking about it. So Sabratan has a specialization now, so it's important to connect. It's always important to make sure that cities with specialists are connected. Somebody already built Colossus, which is sad because that's definitely a wonder we would like. Utica, are you connected to the capital? Utica is connected. Most of my cities are connected, so we probably only need one more city connection. That's Idalian. And that means we're going to be able to import all of that food from my wide-reaching empire. Okay, you need your altar, you need your Kothon, you need your dockyard. I was saving up to buy a settler here, colonist, because I want to try and sneak in and grab this gold tile right under the nose of him. Yes, we're going to go severely over our limit, but entertainment will give us +1, which will help a lot. And I don't think anyone's going to settle this tile, so we don't need to park that one there. I'll bring this settler down to here, settle like a little fishing town. Sanchi Stupa has been built. Let's have a look. We're close to the economic victory, close to military. I don't want to grow towards this city because it's not going to have much room. So you're probably going to be more of a fishing village, honestly. So we'll start growing into the water. I'm looking to see if there's any more gold. Since there isn't, I'll go grab camels. You were going to trade with Knossos. That's perfect. Let's talk to Isabella. We'll improve trade relations once again. We can assign these sheep to my empire. Awesome. Things are looking fabulous for us. Actually, hot take, I'm going to unassign the Cowlin because I think it's actually better to get the +1 gold and happiness than +2 food in the capital. Yeah, that's how bad Cowlin is. That's how bad food is. I would rather, yeah, plug the silk in there. I think Tarsus is a perfectly fine trade route. So I can get +1 movement on merchants. I'm going to take that +1 movement. It means they get to their destinations faster. I might be able to squeeze in an extra trade route or two. That'd be big. So there's entertainment. That's going to give us Colosseum and a settlement limit. That's going to help us. I actually forgot to turn you into a growing town because I actually want to get you to your high population if we can. It's going to be difficult to do before the end of the age. I will ally with Isabella, and then if she calls me into war, I'll just cancel it. I would love the combat strength on siege units, so I think I'm going to come down to military training bonuses. Now, what would I like to research? Go for citizenship, kind of push deeper. Oh, stay neutral. Settle here, grow here, gold secured. Oh, wow. Persia took Suvarnagiri? That's kind of annoying because it means I might have to declare war on Persia, which I didn't want to have to do. Maybe I'll just send colonists up to the north here instead. In fact, open borders, immediately purchase colonists. I can't afford them. I will purchase them next turn to send them up to the north. That'll get us to 12 cities. Okay. So in Idalian, I want to grab this silver if I can. So I'm going to use the saw pit to expand the borders and the brickyard to expand the borders. Then we'll grow. We've secured it. And then I may as well use the granary to get that silver immediately. Perfect. And then I'll give you an altar so that you feel better. My merchant is over in Tosanali. Grab that trade route. That's +1 camel. Camels keep getting deleted. We're able to crack even more resources into Carthage. We should have gotten the economic golden age. We're 1 resource away, bro. Come on. But I love the way the Carthage plays. I gotta say, I really like the single city style. Let's connect Idalion to our network. So now every single city should be connected to the capital and therefore providing food to the capital when specialized. So now we want to look for bonus resources and stuff. So Pudanagala is a good destination. We'll send you that way. I need to save gold for colonists. I forgot about that. It's easy to get distracted, man, when you're +3 food in towns. How long is that? 10 turns? There's like 30 food in every town. Probably pretty good. Let's take the 20% culture celebration, and then in terms of cards, +2 happiness in all settlements is huge for us because we're so over our settlement limit. Coming into the capital, we would like to get the barracks. There's a +10 production barracks right there. That's going to pay off really quickly. Stay growing, please. Nalanda has been built by another player. Hippo has grown. Just keep growing to those really nice productivity tiles. Okay, I should be able to buy a colonist. Wow, are they really that expensive? How much are colonists? Oh, requires a population of 5 or more. I'm silly. Buy the colonist in here and we'll send those north. And that will bring us up to 12 cities, which will get us our military golden age. We did it in a little bit of a roundabout way, but we got there in the end. Okay, so grow town, grab that gold. Now we're unstoppable. Our gold is so valuable. How much gold do we have? We have 5 gold. That means our gold is, our cash is twice as valuable when it comes to purchasing buildings. And what that means is everything is half price. So normally the conversion ratio for gold to production is 4 gold for every 1 production. Now we've got a 2-to-1 ratio, which is insane. That is an insane ratio of gold to production. We're definitely going to go ahead and try to build a Colosseum. And I think the best tile for that is right here because it scales off the mountain, and also these 2 tiles right here. We'll grab that right there. And then we'll move our settler. I do like the idea of putting a specialist on this ageless building. And it is 2 production. Let's do it. It's kind of fun. It's probably not good, but it is fun. Start moving these colonists north using our opponent's roads. Okay, we're 68% of the way through the age, and we need to be ready to deal with a negative happiness age. Let's build the Kothon and the dockyard in here. That's perfect. We'll also build the altar. I don't think 1 food is enough to crush a tile. We'll just put the altar right there. Now you're perfect, you're specialized, you're happy. Narrative event, we can let the wine flow or gain a population in Carthage. I think the free pop in Carthage is actually super valuable because I can do this and get +2 production. We have trading opportunities with Pataliputra. Yep. It's definitely on the cards here, but I have so much stuff I need to build. There we go. Economic legacy points. So we have fully finished the economic legacy path. We're currently, we need to find a wonder that we can build. So if we can get Colosseum, it would be amazing. New hostile independent powers are going to appear. That's a bit of a problem. I thought I already killed Tiwanaku. However, I am lucky enough to where I managed to create enough space to where this isn't going to be a problem for me. And I should, in theory, be in a position to where I can pretty easily clear this and get the rewards. I think -10 gold for each city-state you're suzerain of. That's only going to cost me 20 gold per turn, which sucks, don't get me wrong. But relatively speaking, it's not that crap. Like, it ain't that bad. Okay, Maleth has grown here, and this is going to be a fishing town, so I'm going to primarily focus on growing the fishing stuff. Idalion is going to keep growing, grabbing tiles, diplomatic action, yep, that's fine. Our armies have many soldiers, but not enough. Okay, yeah, so we are going to need to build some more military commanders if we can get a chance to. It's fine if we don't, but it would be ideal if we could. Let's deposit our units here. Step forward. You step forward as well. Shoot there. Combat this. We want to try and clear this so we don't have to deal with the independent powers, and it's only the AI that has to. This is this town. We'll trade. We'll talk to her. We'll say improve trade. Let's do it. Got some bonus resources we can assign. Oh, yes. So much value from those bonus resources. I have plenty of gold, too. Let's grab that Kothon. Question is dockyard. Put the Kothon right here. Keep it up. And then we'll get the dockyard right here. Awesome. Open borders. Yes, ma'am. Attach the jade to the capital. Watching the gold flow through our economy like a river. Like Mansa Musa's blood. Perfect. There's Troy/Trojan here. Pillage this, we get science, and we get experience on our army commander, and we don't have to deal with this, and we can let other people deal with these independent people crisis. Food and towns, production towards culture buildings. Yeah, none of these things are particularly important. It would be great to build a Wayang Palace, but I fully suspect that someone else will get to it before we do. And indeed, it looks like somebody already has. Now, coming up here to Leptis, not a lot of room for growth, so I'll just grow here. It's a town, but very little room. I will ally Isabella, but if she drags us into war, we'll cancel it again. And I'm going to pick up my 2 mastery civics here. I'm going to pick up my masteries just to kind of clear them out. But yeah, if I get that Colosseum, that is like icing on top of this age for me. You know what I mean? Like, just extremely powerful victory. I'm going to get you to fortify and wait here on this tile, because right at the last turn of the age, we might settle this city. The age is going to end really quick here. Gaulos is an incredible policy. I will drop tool making and plug in Gaulos. So it means anything that's bought on coast is way cheaper. You're going to become a trading outpost so that you are now positive on happiness. Would also like to buy you an altar. Now, just thinking, where probably want to build right there. So altar here. That's going to open up a +7 Kothon. Boom. Beautiful. Getting our unique districts down. So we're just cramming down improvements all over our empire. Okay, we got our mastery. Let's get our other tradition, Quinquireme, which is going to make navies much easier for us to purchase. Yes, I know I'm over my settlement cap. That's part of the plan. We'll assign these dies in. It'd be great if we could get more merchants, but it's going to be difficult. Let's talk to you. Open your borders for me, please. Let's see if I can get these colonists up into position. Okay, somebody built Oracle. We have not been beat on the Colosseum. Man, if we get that, that's incredible. The extra codex slots could be useful because we're low on codex slots as far as I'm concerned, so we will grab that civic. All right, we killed this scout. That'll make my life easier as I try to move these colonists up. Right, we're coming up to the crisis here. We're in a great position. If I can get that wonder and these 2 cities down, it's really only the science where I'm lagging. Owie. I'm really glad I didn't take the water with my settlers because I knew there might be a like evil boat person who would ruin my day. Holy crap, we got the Colosseum. That is huge, dude. That is basically ignore happiness penalties. We don't give a damn anymore. Levels of yields right there. Okay, narrative choice. +3 trade route range. I will take that, and because that should be permanent. There is a codex on literacy, so we'll go ahead and research that. Carthage, please get me more merchants. We can hopefully get a few more trade routes before the age ends. You guys fortify on these tiles. It's fine. Let's get a move on. 2 jade. I want to settle somewhere, like probably like right here or here. Here and here or something. We'll figure it out. We want to settle 2 cities up here basically. And so there's the arena that'll give us a huge happiness boost if we build it. It's pretty late in the age, so we wouldn't benefit too much from it if we built it right now. I'm glad I'm blocking this tile. The crisis gets worse, so the encampments now are going to intensify. Thankfully, I'm not dealing with any encampments. Let's expand into these empty chunks of land. We've got a codex here. Let's quickly grab it. Got a crisis card. Rebellious commanders is hard. Definitely don't want banditry. I think inferior tactics is fine because I'm not really fighting independent people except for like these Quinn requiremes that are like floating around out there. You can have a specialization, which is wild. Let's make you a trade outpost. Let's build your dockyard. Perfect. We want to get as many of those out as possible. It's a +7 right there. Get your, okay, you've got your unique thing. Are you missing anything? You don't have an altar yet. Altar right there. Perfect. You're happy with that. We're out of gold. Upgrade you to an archer. It's weird that this didn't form the unique district properly in some of my places, but it did in others. It's kind of funky. Let's get the Kothon. Well, first of all, let's get the altar in here because that might reveal a better Kothon if we grab that tile. You don't have particularly good tiles, mostly because you haven't grown very much. So let's think here. This tile, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I think this tile right here is the tile, and then also up here, which is going to require a certain amount of finesse and navigation. All right, let me come in here. I can't afford to buy myself another archer. Shoot you. You are going to get upgraded as well. Leptis does not have a Kothon. Let's quickly buy it an altar, and then we'll think about what we want to do with it next. Amiel Bell was built by another player. That's fine. Carthage has grown. Let's grab that resource right there. Maleth has grown. Excellent. We definitely want to grow in a sort of a fish direction. Let's see. We've got a +7 Kothon. Incredible. Incredible things are happening in the Carthaginian Empire right now. Carthage, keep pumping merchants. We could also get a lot of value out of army commanders, but I think I'm going to save my gold for army commanders and just keep pumping merchants for now. Pataliputra is so far away. I think I'm going to prioritize trading with cities that are close to me because there's so few turns left in the age. There's 10 age progress on the culture. There's 10 age progress on the military. But yeah, so that's 10, that's 20. So 20 turns could be shaved off this age pretty easily. So I don't think I have time to trade really long distances. So I'm going to send a merchant over to Suvarnagiri and Tiwanuku. You're in position. Incredible. How are we looking? We're looking okay, actually. I wish I had like a trade overview screen. I'm just going to take the regular one. I don't want to push that further. Let's improve trade relations with Xerxes, and maybe we'll improve trade with Isabel as well. How much to purchase? It would be really nice if I could purchase 2 army commanders before the age ended. Less than that is fine, but I would love to get 2. We also want to get all of our unique districts. You definitely want an altar at some point. You want your dockyard. Boom. There's the unique district. You'd also like a fishing quay and the brickyard and the saw pit. Let's get that fishing key. That's 5 food right there. Basically in position now. There's the scientific legacy point. We can make do with just 1 scientific legacy point, but if we could get 2, it would be amazing. So Sabratan has grown again. Let's keep growing to those food tiles. We're up to 8 rural pop in here, which is a lot less than I really need to get the benefit. 10 rural pop is hard to pull off. No codex there. There is a codex here. Let me have a look. I have 3. I need another 2 before the end of the age. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. I'll go for this codex and we'll see what we can do. Okay, Tiwanuku, trade, perfect. There's another continent we can plug into. Suvarnagiri we'll trade with as well. Diplomatic action, thank you, Isabel. I'm going to hold off settling these cities because these cities are going to be net negative to our empire because they're just going to crush our happiness too much. So we want to delay settling them for as long as we can get away with it. That's the critical thing. It's as long as we can get away with it. Okay, you don't have a specialization. I don't think you're going to grow before the end of the age, so I'm just going to put you back to outpost. You're unlikely to grow as well, so I'm just going to make you a trade outpost as well because that gives you happiness. I'm going to build the altar in here. Right there is fine. Good to go. Leptis needs its Kothon. I'll take the +5 right here. We also want the brickyard right there. Trying to develop my economy. A lot of these cheap warehouse buildings, because they provide value through the age, they just have so much net value over the course of an entire game of Civilization 7. So that's why I really focus on getting these towns up. We're laying the foundations for an empire basically right now. I'm making decisions that don't have a big impact in this age, but they have a huge impact in further ages. Because of the way that warehouse buildings work, because they never lose their benefits, building them nice and early, they pay out forever, right? And that's crazy strong. Okay, Carthage, you can maybe get me one more round of merchants. Let's go to Athens with you. And Patliputra with you. There's literacy. We get +1 codex. That's excellent. How close are we to that? Oh, man. We need another 3. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard to pull that off. We might be able to do it, but we'll see. Just grab philosophy. The age is basically over. We're not going to get any more researches off. Coming into Leptis. These step pyramids could be good, but I'm going to skip them. I'm going to skip them so that I can go for army commanders in my capital. Because these army commanders are going to get turned into unique army commanders when we do the age transition to the Bulgarian Empire. I want to try them out. Right, thank you, Isabel. Right, I think we're just about ready to pull the trigger on ending the age. All right, let's quickly repair all these things. All right, crisis has hit its zenith. Now that the crisis has hit its zenith, this is pretty much when we want to try to end the age. I'm going to take more expensive to maintain units and rebellious commanders. So can we force the age to end right now? Unfortunately, we're not able to get the culture. We can get +10 age progression on the military side, but we don't want to pull that trigger until it really ends the age. So right now what we're doing is just saving money to buy army commanders. How much is my next army commander? 1,000 gold. So I might be able to buy 2 more army commanders before the age ends. These buildings all lose value during the age transition. Do I want to get a fishing key? I think it might be good to get a fishing key in here. There's a +3 food right there if I park it on this river. Yeah, let's do that. Plus this acts like a bridge across. And the granary. Not a whole lot of good tiles to put a granary, but right there is fine. So we've got our ageless buildings in the capital. They'll provide benefits forever. Let's start building the step pyramids now. Not like my real pyramid. Oh, I'm going to make that joke so many times over the lifetime of Civ 7. You don't even know, bro. You're not my real pyramid. All right, let's go trade with Lingapura and Thera. We'll need improved trade relations with you. Incredible things are happening. We're very happy with them. Leptis is still growing. It probably shouldn't be, honestly. We'll get a fishing key right there. Build a granary right there. You can become a trading outpost for the happiness. Even though you only have 1 resource, that's fine. The happiness, because of the scaling benefits, is really strong. Okay, I want to check. I have Kothon everywhere, right? Everywhere that can have a Kothon has a Kothon. Let's take that 20% culture for a few turns, and we will go for the 25% food in towns, because that will trickle over to the capital, allowing us to get more specialists, which, again, puts us into a strong position when we transition to the next age. All right, we're trading here. Perfect. So many resources. It's actually insane. We're trading over here. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see the insane level of gold per turn we're going to make because we focus so hard on trade during the age transition. There's a codex. I think I just need 1 more. I just need to get 1 more codex. There it is. That's huge. So we nailed the codex. Big victory here. Let's just unlock currency for fun. Keep building those step pyramids because they're valuable. You're missing your brickyard and your granary. Those are actually very important buildings. And so we shall buy you both of them. Almost ready to park down our settlers here to hit the militaristic golden age. More step pyramids, overflowing treasury. I know, believe me, it's being purchased on a army commander. How much would the next army commander be? 1,400 gold. I think I should be able to just about save up to buy another army commander. Okay, we're waiting until the very last. Ooh, I have to settle this one. I had to settle that one because it was getting intercepted. That sucks though, because it's going to hurt our gold per turn. We're right on the verge of this military point here though, and once we do it, the goal is to try and do it and then cause the age to end basically. Okay, he's slamming my city. I'm going to buy an archer in here to defend it. I'm going to stay neutral because I don't want to go to war. I want to stay benefiting from trade. You stay right there. You take it easy. Upgrade you to an archer. I will buy an archer in the city too to keep us safe. Okay, so I'm going to be able to go into the next age with 4 military commanders, which is a big deal. Okay, my city's under attack, which is a bit of a problem. It's fine. Can I just build the army commander? It'll take about the same amount of time, but this way it lets me spend my gold in the meantime. Okay, yeah, that's the way we'll do it. So you need to fortify on that tile. We will build a brickyard here, which should allow us to buy a Numidian cavalry that we'll be able to swap into that tile when the time comes. Let's plug in the jade into the capital. Let's pull out the gypsum. 2 production is lovely, but it really just doesn't do that much compared to the jade at this point. This is a problem. We have to settle the city now, because if they step forward and settle, then my plans are ruined. So boom, milestone complete. Should be only 4 or 5 turns until the end of the age. Bit of a problem, but it's fine. There's Pax Imperatoria. So the big thing that we want to do in these cities is to get our Kothons and stuff. So I'm going to go fishing key here, and we'll use our gold to try and grab those before the age ends. All right, trade routes are online. We have so many resources. It's actually ridiculous. Jesus Christ, so many resources, dude. Look at this. This is absurd. That is crazy. I love it. I'm actually having a great time playing Carthage. That's really fun. Okay, there's philosophy. We don't necessarily care too much about that. Let's swap these 2. I'm going to kill this army commander, and then we'll buy another Numidian cavalry. My Numidian cavalry should be hella strong. The age ends in 4 turns, so we got to get what we can get done in 4 turns. And namely, that means trying to get our unique districts in both of these towns, if we can, before the age ends. And that's going to be the last thing that we can achieve, just having a bunch of our unique quarters around. Anything beyond that is not a big deal. Damn, look at that Numidian cavalry. 6 unique city resources. Very juicy. Let's grab that dies. Plus 50 gold. Awesome. Thank you for the food in my capital. We'll assign these resources to my towns just for the sake of it. Make them a little bit happier because they are a little bit unhappy. And fortify and heal. Okay, so I think next turn is going to be like basically the last turn of the age. That will be it. And see, this is the thing. You gotta be flexible in Civ. So this is the final turn. So we can get our unique district in here. And we can get our unique district in here. It cost me 400. If I were to place a fishing key right here, I could get a slightly better one. So I'm going to use this to fishing key here. Then I can get a +7 Kothon rather than a +5. And then a +3 this rather than a +5. I would prefer to have more production than food. So this is it. We managed it. We nailed it, dude. We got through the age and we pretty much achieved every single objective. We got 2 points in culture, 3 points in military. Oh, wait. You got to be careful. These don't automatically assign. Sorry, 2 points in science and 3 points in economic. That is what I consider to be like, that's like an 8 out of 10 Antiquity Age. The only way it would be better is if we got this and this as well, but or maybe if we conquered more cities. But I gotta call that, like, from a plan, this was the plan that we had all along. Perfect execution. I feel like we pulled it off. The only thing we're missing is 1 army commander, but we have 3. 3 is a great number. 3 army commanders is fantastic. All right. That's the end of the age, baby. Amazing. I'm so happy with this age. We basically got every single thing that we wanted to. We got 10 legacy points. We leveled the hell out of Simon Bolivar. And we're going to transition to the next age. Let's do it, man. Oh, it's going to be so huge. Please don't crash. No! I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.